What's up, dudes? So right now we're gonna be talking to you about the small muscle strength work, the 4 exercises that we gave you guys to do before your strength circuit. So if you guys saw the video about homemade weights, this is an example of a homemade wrist roller, literally using a bat, a rope, a clip if you need it, which is optional, and there's some sort of weight. So Stowe here is going to demonstrate for me all of the exercises so that you guys can understand what you're supposed to be doing. So first is going to be wrist rolls. So you just start with your weight rolled all the way up, hands out in front, and you just start rolling backwards. So whichever direction that you're rolling, you want to make sure that you're getting both directions. So you want to go rolling the bat backwards and rolling the bat forwards. Something to take note of, that when you roll the weight all the way down, go ahead and roll it down. You might not want to unroll it to where there's nothing wrapped left. So now the rope is down here and there's no traction for it to catch again. So you would have to stop and reset the rope. So you might want to stop while it's still wrapped a little bit around the bat, even if it means you're stopping with the weight a little bit low. So as you go, say you start rolling forward, when the weight gets down, you're going to start rolling backwards. And then you get to the top and you roll forward and you roll backwards. And then the next round, you're going to start opposite. So that's to make sure that you're getting the weight, you're getting work on your wrists, moving the bat forward while the weight is going down, and moving forward while the weight is coming up, and then vice versa with rolling backwards as well. So it's to work this side of your forearms and this side of your forearms, both up and down. Does that make sense?
I would say also on alternating reps, you would turn the rope so it's on the same side as you and then on the opposite side of you going up and down.
Oh yeah. So like which way the rope hangs on the bat. That's going to be a good way for you to understand like which direction you were going the first time versus when the next time. So yeah, so the rope's facing backwards and then the next round rope's facing forward. I hope that clears that up. Okay, cool. So second, we are going to do what is it? Bat windshield wipers. There you go. I can't think of the name. So you can just take your bat. I recommend using a bat that's like about the same size as what you swing, just because like we're swinging that bat, so might as well. Okay, so start sideways. So you're gonna start with your elbow locked to your side, and your arm is gonna make a 90-degree angle right here. And your arm's just going to stay there because we really want to isolate our forearms and make sure that we're not involving our upper arms at all. So start with the bat outwards here, palm up. And one thing I want to make sure you guys know, so it might be heavy at first. So if you can't keep your bat head square and you're having trouble and your bat head keeps dipping, choke up some until you can control it, because this is a slow and controlled movement. So you don't want the bat head to overtake you and dip every time you're going. You want to be able to control it going both ways. So you're going to start here, and you're just going to rotate your wrist until your palm is all the way down, stop, and then come back. And that's 1 rep. All right, so you're going to do 15 on this hand, 15 on that hand. Just back and forth. All right, so again, make sure it's slow and controlled. And as you get stronger, if you feel like it's too easy, challenge yourself and move down the bat handle a little bit. But just remember about keeping the bat head from dipping. The third exercise that we're going to do is wrist curls. So we're going to reconnect our bat to the weight. So wrist curls are basically like mini bicep curls, but for our wrists. And the reason that we're really working on wrist is just because you need that forearm strength and that wrist strength when you're hitting, when you're throwing. Like it comes in handy, and I feel like these are muscles that we don't really pay attention to much. We work on the big muscle groups and we kind of forget about the smaller hand, wrist, finger, all that stuff. So this is going to really just help work those and just get that extra pop that you didn't even know you were missing. All right, so for wrist curls, you're just going to find a flat surface. So you can use the edge of your bed. You can use like a kitchen chair, kitchen table. You just want your forearms to be laying on a flat surface with your wrists and the weight hanging off, and you're going to do little baby curls. Yeah, it probably is useful if the weight goes on the outside instead of being on the inside. This way it just doesn't get caught on anything. So go ahead and curl. And so you're just going to curl up and make sure you exaggerate going down and all the way up. And then after you do 15 of that direction, you're going to go ahead and turn your hands around so that your palms are face down, and you're going to do the same thing and rev it up. Let's go. Okay. And then the last thing is supine, I's, Y's, and T's. This one's probably a little bit confusing when you read it, so we're just going to demonstrate here. You can start with no weight, especially if it's a movement that you're not very used to. But you can even use lightweight. So we literally have diced tomato cans that we're going to use to demonstrate. So you're going to lay on the bed, on your stomach, your head and neck hanging off. And so we're going to start.
Start with them.
Oh yeah. So similar to how when we were working abs and we're doing the Supermans, we really want to keep that posterior chain engaged and our core tight so that we can lift our chest off the bed. We don't want our head sagging down like this. We want to keep our head looking straight up, like straight ahead. Yeah. And so first we're going to do eyes, which hands here, thumbs up, and you just lift straight up, creating an eye with your body. And then next is Y's. So similar movement. You're just going to the corners of the room. Cool. That's a Y. And then a T. So T's, your palms are facing the floor. And one thing with the T specifically, I don't know if you can drop your head a little bit. You want to make sure that you're squeezing your shoulder blades here. So your shoulder blades are the two big, like, bulgy muscle bone things that are on your back. You want to squeeze those together as you're doing these. So the whole time you're going it, you want them squeezed together and really exaggerate feeling them at the top all the way down, just working and keeping that muscle engaged the whole time. And I think that is all for our exercises. Is there anything that you want to add?
No.
Okay. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope this helps explain your movements a little bit more. And I will talk to you guys soon.